Então bora. Vamos embora. O jogo vai crashar aqui, provavelmente sim. Que é a cutscene. Parece que todas as cutscenes que tem a possibilidade de fazer o jogo crashar. Não sei porquê. Dá alguns dogmas todos.
You find it strange, but this is your world. The world to which you want to return. Alas, if only you had chosen to become sovereign. Yet that world of limitless possibilities has ended. You stand now upon its remains, the vestiges of a world that could have been so much more. Innumerable wills have served to deliver this world from extinction time and time again. You alone have refused to carry out that great purpose. What you see before you is the consequence of your apathy. Behold. Twill all come to an end. As it has failed to be chosen, and as 'twill ne'er be read, this world will soon cease to exist. In the blink of an eye, the sickle of oblivion will reap aught that you have known. I would advise you not to waste these last moments. Perhaps, in doing so, you shall come to see the truth, and know the wretchedness of a world unworthy of being chronicled. How shall you fare, I wonder? Will you endure in this world, abandoned and unprotected?
Tá crash. Tá crashando aqui. Tá crashando sempre ali. Tá crashando. Eu vou testar de novo. O jogo crashou. Eu nem abri o jogo. O jogo só crashou. Eu não tô zoando. Eu cliquei pra abrir o jogo. O jogo só crashou. Vamos lá. Vamos ver, vai crashar de novo.
You find it strange, but this is your alas. Yet that world you stand now, innumerable will you alone. see before. Behold. Twill all as it has failed in the blink of an eye. I would advise you perhaps into and know how shall you fare. I will.
Vamos lá, vamos ver. Não quero só dessa vez. Ruim? Hã? Peraí, mentiram pra mim? Mentiram pra mim? Foi eu falar aqui, ó, não dá pra salvar. Peraí, dá pra salvar. Hoje arrum... Peraí. Que dia foi? Peraí, teve autorização, né, no Dragon's Dogma. Eles deixaram pra salvar agora? Ok. Você pode estar comigo? Tá. Distante.
Fascinating.
A pawn is nowhere to be seen, Master. But where would a pawn possibly go, leaving their own master behind?
Perhaps this too is Lord Phasus' doing. We ought to go and speak with him at the Forbidden Magic Research Lab.
Ah, Arisen. You yet live. I suspected as much, given that your pawn still remains. One might hypothesize that your pawn is sustained by your vital essence. In any case, we ought to apprise one another of the situation. Is there aught you would know? I found the poor creature collapsed by the wayside near Batal. Recognizing your pawn, I decided to take the ailing thing into my custody. I thought it possible that the Arisen's pawn might hold the key to making sense of all this madness. Alas, try what I might, your pawn will not wake. Mayhap you will succeed where I could not. The pawn is, after all, yours to command. Ah, yes. I trust it has not escaped your notice that the end of days is upon us. After you vanished, together with the red
De quem é a culpa, hein?
the seas rose to swallow the skies.
Então, de quem é a culpa que fez o dragão vir? Hein? Quem foi o babaca que fez o dragão vir? Quem foi o estupício do animal que fez o dragão aparecer antes do tempo e no meu encontro? Hein? Quem foi o culpado? Hein, Perseus? Hein, Perseus? Me diga. Você consegue me explicar quem é o culpado de tudo isso acontecer antes do tempo?
'Twas perhaps a month from that evil day when a new
Pra quê?
calamity befell us.
Passou um mês depois daquele fatídico dia, uma nova.
A host
Passou
of
mês.
dragons descended from the skies and fell upon the land with fang and claw. Luz, the oracle, called upon me ere you arrived. As she tells it, Melve and its environs have already fallen prey to the beasts. 'Tis surely only a matter of time before the rest of the kingdom follows suit. Indeed, then I shall take my turn. In your absence, I had hoped your pawn might yield me some information. But as you have returned, I would hear the truth from your lips. Tell me, Arisen, what became of you this past month?
Então, eu matei o dragão junto
So,
comigo.
following your plunge into the sea on the dragon's back, some mysterious presence reached out to you.
É,
Could that have been the world forged?
Mundo sapiens? Mundo sapiens.
Yet why
Sei
would
que.
such a being linger in those fathomless depths? I can only speculate. And speculate I shall. This ought to prove a fruitful avenue of investigation. For that I thank you. Now, if you can find a way to end this interminable slumber, your pawn is, of course, free to rejoin you.
Ok.
Oh, Master.
Gata, você acordou?
How long I've slept? Far too long, it seems. But worry not. Now that I'm awake, I shall follow wherever you lead.
Ok.
I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never fall in battle so
Ah,
long as
não.
I'm around. What has become of the world? Would that there were someone who could explain this madness.
Eu estava com saudade. Eu tô com
What's
saudade
come
de
over
você.
you, Arisen?
Eu só tô com saudade só. Um mês sem ver você? É, só basta.
Whatever our squabbles may have been, I trust you understand that setting this world to right.
Tá, com licença que eu vou falar com minha namorada, que não é mais minha namorada, porque eu perdi ela como namorada. Porque foi o elfo, filha da...
Really now. You mustn't shirk your duty.
So you're here, are you?
Cabrosos. Não sei quem é você, cara.
Now that I think of it, I do seem to recall Lord Phasus lamenting that he be reduced to aiding you. But it matters not. Both he and I are too rushed off our feet to care for such triviality. We seek to devise some means of forestalling these dragons' attacks from above, you see. If you've an interest in helping us fight this battle, perhaps you will join us on volcanic
Na
island.
ilha... Nós na ilha vulcânica. Onde que fica a foto dos elfos? Que eu sei. Do elfo não, dos anões.
Either way, this world needs no arisen to save it. Such is Lord Phasus' creed and mine.
Ah, então salva esse eu. Ah, toma teu. Vai te fu- Eles estão me seguindo aqui dentro já. Daqui a pouco se for. Quando eu ver aquele elfo lá, a primeira coisa que eu vou fazer
I do not understand.
é usar ele pra
What has
salvar,
befallen our world?
depois matar ele. Eu tô muito puto.
Would you care to speak with us a moment?
Tá fechado. Ei, por que aqui tá fechado?
Her Majesty has begun her supplications. I must ask you to wait till they conclude ere you seek an audience.
É só majestade, só? Cadê meu amor? Mano, eu vou ali. Porque é de outra cor aquilo ali, né? Vamos lá.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor. Try not to get hit, lest all that vim goes
Cadê?
to waste.
Aqui.
Well aimed strike, right where it hurts. These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair. When charged, be sure to avoid open flames. Magic, Serac will dispose
Oh, merda.
It seems we have enraged our foe. Reckless opponent's basement needs a break. Your magic faded. Right. Cast it anew.
Suppose you think you can afford to be reckless so long as I'm here to heal you. Speak in a moment.
Can scarce stand. A well-placed struck, gazing skyward.
Moment of victory is at hand. Let us finish this.
If we're to have any hope of victory, we must employ every tool and tactic at our disposal. So it goes.
Quê?
The simplest strategy that our foe knows of. Knock its feet out from under it, and strike here it recovers. I'd stop there and take such a big one together. I think we can manage it. Our foe is thrown off balance. Let us finish this. Bring your feet down.
Moment of victory is at hand. Let us finish this.
E dropou outro. Ok. Ok. Dropou um monte disso.
Avoid flame at any cost arisen. You have been doused in oil.
Outro.
Cannot begin to fathom what happened during our time apart. Though I was unconscious, I could always sense your presence within. So my faith in our remains steadfast.
Yep, that's where our heartening thoughts end. The world is now in peril, and there is much to be done.
Bem. Meu medo, velho. Que agora que eu usei. Agora por algum motivo tá funcionando, né? Não deixa eu salvar. Tempo do abismo, solo sagrado. Solo sagrado? Tem um TP aqui. Casa? Tá.
Are we leaving already? Bother. I was just getting warmed up.
No longer do I feel the probing gaze of the Watching One. Is this your doing, newest of the Arisen? I am he who brought the dragon
Ah, o...
and o'er its bones raised the proud kingdom of vermin. Despite the magnitude of my feat, I was dissatisfied and sought ere greater heights, till at last I ruled the world entire. Thus did I come to know of the Watching One, the being by whose many eyes and ears no one or thing in this world goes unobserved. As to the purpose with which they watch, I know not. Yet I did divine one thing. This world has lain neath the Watching One's unwavering gaze ere the dawn of its history. I despaired at this discovery, for if all is but a stage, did that not render my hard-won glories, my throne astride the world? Why, 'twas all a farce, and I, the fool, exulting in my wooden crown. Do you understand, newest of the Arisen? This is why I sought to fell the Watching One. Alas, though I cut down all who seemed false, be they man or woman, human or beastman, young or old. Indeed, my efforts led only to my own ruin. I was dubbed the Mad Sovereign, and by the hand of a new Arisen, consigned to this place forevermore. Yet, I can only assume that you have achieved what I could not. How else to explain the changes I sense in the world? Ah, what bitter gall that I cannot witness the outcome for myself. Falter not, newest of the Arisen, for your path is just. And, fading spirit though I am, I may yet summon those who can.
Ok.
I see you have returned, Arisen One. The Mad Sovereign has called, and so we answer. If you would save the people of this world from ruin, lead them here. For this place may chance to escape the coming destruction.
Making this a place of
Me deu
refuge is a
dois ainda.
splendid idea. It is safe, and apt to become quite cheerful once the crowd settles in.
I
Ideia
suppose
da
'tis so.
evacuação. Então eu
We
tenho
too
que pra
once
cá.
bore the mantle of Arisen, though no longer. As we walked our respective paths, each of us lost the incomparable strength of will that made us Arisen. One in despair of the dragon's boundless might, one in pursuit of vengeance's cold comfort, and one for fear of what fate held in store. Yet you bear it still, Arisen One. Hold fast to your strength of will, for it shall doubtless lend you the strength you will need to spare this world its end.
Ah, agora dá pra ver o buraco no
Since
peito
times
dele.
of old, dragon blood has been used to refine all
Do velho,
manner
né?
of equipment. I myself learned the art by deciphering ancient texts. Remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of lesser drakes as well. Bring me what ye reap,
Trocar
and I
itens.
shall harness it to your...
Oh! Oh! Ele vende, tá. Nice. Melhor que a minha. Ele usa até roupa também, ele vende. Ah, o chapéu é aqui. Ah. Cadê a gata? Vai pro 70. Que é a melhoria dele. Aqui ele só diminui o peso, né?
Then I bid ye farewell.
The mad sovereign's power yet girds this place. It could prove the last bastion of hope for the people of this world. Alas, 'twill not hold forever. The coming destruction can only truly be forestalled.
Eu tenho que subir. Ter reto que subir e virar pra esquerda. Verdade, ele quebrou aqui,
A
né?
ballista. These have quite a lot.
Ah, I remember you. What brings you to the encampment? 'Tis a miracle you're still alive. Though I dare say that's true of all of us.
O que tu quer, cara?
Oh? You believe we ought to evacuate? Well, you traveled far indeed to deliver these farther, I dare say, than anyone would go for the sake of an idle jest. If we must leave, we shall have to begin but I think we're a bit short on hands to attend to all that must be done. In fact, there's a rather delicate matter that I could use some help with. A blacksmith and his wife dwell on the encampment outskirts. Might you escort them here, so that they can join the evacuation? The smith, Gustava, is a man of good sense. But as for his wife, well, suffice to say, Cleuna has always been a contentious sort.
Ok, tá. Eu posso fazer isso com todas as cidades.
She'd have naught to do with us, given the choice, and isn't likely to take kindly to the arrival of any of my knights on her doorstep. I can only hope that she will be more willing to listen to you, a third party. And while you're taking care of that, I will see to it that the encampment is made ready to depart with all due haste.
Ah, I remember the blacksmith and his lady wife well. I only hope we can convince them to join the
Auxilia evacuação.
evacuation.
Não esperava ir aparecer.
There's no great shock to me.
Tá, eu vou fazer o seguinte. Eu vou ignorar esse cara. Eu vou ignorar esse cara. Eu vou lá pra ajudar o anão, velho. Tá, é só descer aqui. Tem outro aqui, né?
Well now, whatever brings you here? These are perilous times to be wandering about.
Explica pra ela a situação.
You'd have us evacuate with the encampment? I am touched by your kindness, friend, but we'll manage on our own. I couldn't bear to be pressed in among those crowds.
Now, I'll hear none of that. I'll see you to safety, my dear, come hell or high water. Besides, I should hope this good soul has earned your trust by now. Helped me out of a tight spot on more than one occasion, if you'll recall. After all that goodwill and the long trek out here to warn us, we'd seem mighty ungrateful, turning our back on another help.
Oh, very well, my love, if you insist. It seems we'll be accepting your offer after all, friend. Would you be so kind as to escort us to our destination?
Sim.
Let us see our charges to
A
the
gente quer saquear a sua
But
casa.
be mindful, the path seems much changed since last we walked it.
Ah, alguns baús resetaram e tal. Os baús resetaram. Vamos. Você consegue vir de boas? Mano, verdade, será que eu consigo... Um pensamento babaca aqui que eu tive. Eu consigo namorar ela?
Dark enough to warrant the use
Calma
of
aí.
your lantern,
Pera,
master.
aqui, rapidinho.
What is it? Ought we not to hurry?
Tá, não consigo dar hit pra ela. Ok. Ah, pensa um pensamento aqui que eu tive. Se dá pra roubar. Se dá pra roubar ela do anão. Pensamento babaca que eu tive. Só isso só que eu tive. Eles usam aceso. É, eu também vou. Todo mundo usa aceso, vai. Bem, pode... Vai pra cá, 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 gente.
Methinks we could move this boulder if we work together.
I say we give it a push and see what happens.
Não! Foi mal, foi mal. Foi mal, foi mal. Caminho errado. Não, caminho errado. Desculpa, desculpa. É pra cá. Já peguei o caminho errado, gente. Desculpa aí. Verdade, se eu acampar, passa um dia.
A
Que
common
curioso.
reward. Frustratingly so. We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
Be ready. Our foes are armed.
Suppose I'll handle this.
Vamos. Como que ela não vai subir aqui? Ah, tá. Podia do nada aparecer um pá, um dragão aqui do nada. É, eu tenho que ver os seus olhos, né? De cada um de vocês, três. Estão com a paga do dragão. É pra baixo. Lado errado. Abaixo aqui. Acho que leva pro mesmo caminho, né? É, leva pro mesmo caminho.
Let me get that.
Tá meio errado, gente. Vai ficar mal.
Well, here we are. How long before the evacuation begins, I wonder?
Would you find Ser Ernesto and tell him we've arrived? Let him know that we'll wait here till the time comes.
Ok.
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
Ok.
I'm not seasoned enough for this.
Não, não é tudo não.
Here's we found a ballista.
Ha ha.
Cadê ele?
I can think of all manner of uses for a contraption such as this. Might we not
What?
lay a trap for our enemies?
Ela tá ali.
Sir, I implore you to reconsider. Surely you can see that the situation is dire.
How many times must I say it? I'll not be ordered about. Not by ye, not by anyone. Now bugger off and leave me alone.
Ah, tá. É o autoriza, né?
Ah, good. You're back. I'm afraid there's another matter for which I must beg your assistance. It concerns the fellow I was just speaking with. Sir Lamond, his name is. The man's something of a regular at our hot springs. I sought him out to tell him of the evacuation, but he has flatly refused to join us. I must confess, I'm at a loss as to how I might convince him. Could I prevail upon you to try your hand? At this point, methinks anything I say will fall on deaf ears.
Sir Lamond is a... mighty as 100 soldiers. 'Twould be reassuring to have his aid. Shall we speak with him?
Depois ele foi.
I suppose 'tis so.
Rest all my equipment. Follow the chance.
Ah, estão aqui. Bonitinho.
How long before the evacuation begins?
Might I prevail upon you to speak with Sir Lamond?
Tá, então ele vai estar na frente do mal.
I'm dead on my feet after today's training. I'll not stick my head where it will get cut off.
Nem você. Não fica feliz não, sou bosta.
Fancy meeting ye here, cuz. Did you want something?
Então,
Not this again. I'm here to live my life as I see fit. I'll not be ordered about by anyone. Not even ye.
cara, eu posso pedir para ele para é só um casal.
Bollocks. Of course you'd make a decent request like aye, fine, I'll do it. Seeing as you're the one asked. Can't say I'll be glad to leave this place behind. But you've my word, I'll get them to safety.
Ok, é só um casal, cara.
He seems to have acquiesced.
É só um casal. Os soldados que se
Here,
fodam.
as I'm sure.
É só um casal que eu preciso.
Some of us get complacent. I train every day.
I cannot thank you enough for all you've done.
Ele foi um anão pro pedaço.
We shall fare much better on the road with Sir Lamont's arm to defend us. 'Twill be slow going, mind. We have wounded whom we must accommodate. Yet, come what may, I swear to see them all to safe harbor.
Ok.
Port of Volcanic Island are
Pô, deu
evacuated.
40.
May they make it
Nice.
through the impending chaos intact.
Tá, eu posso simplesmente pegar de volta meu negócio ali? E nunca mais voltar pra cá? Tá, a missão que eu vou fazer é essa aqui que tá aqui do meu lado. Mano, tem um caminho aqui. Ah, esquece. E se eu cair aqui eu morro. Se eu cair aqui eu morro, não tem como não. Não, na verdade não. Dá pra descer aqui. Ah, dá pra descer aqui. Ah, parece que o gigante tá aqui.
I shall wait. Your most priority is to douse those flames. Let's use this.
Eu tô queimando? Não. Sei que eu tava queimando.
Where the sludges?
It cannot weather ice's numbing grip.
É que eu tô com... Não, não precisa. Acho que não. Ah, aqui é a água na verdade. Era. Ou é o vulcão? Ah, olha aqui. Ele petrificado. Petrificado parado, né? Cutscene. Não. Hã? Quê? Quê? Peraí. O que aconteceu aqui? O que é isso? O que está acontecendo?
Behold! It moves! Though what impelled it, I cannot say. Go forth, Talos. May you strike down any dragon in your path.
Horn is within that statue. What is the meaning of this? I sense no hostility from it. Better see what it aims to achieve ere we act against it.
Is a ballista arisen?
Ha! I can think of all manner of uses for a contraption such as this. Might we not lay a trap for our enemies?
Aye. You see arisen? We have naught to fear from any overthrow.
What did you do? How is this possible? We have greater concerns at present. Let us see what comes of it.
O que eu faço aqui?
Very well. I shall return.
Acho que não é pra ter feito isso, né, velho?
This isn't at all what I expected to come of it.
Did the pawn within impel the statue to action?
Ah, tu tá aqui. Ei, olha pra mim. Vem cá. Gata. Fica parada. Ah, tá bem.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident what has become of the world. Would the...
Mano, o que aconteceu? Mano, o que acabou de acontecer aqui? Aonde essa cabeça parou? Eu quero saber onde tá essa cabeça. Mano, o que aconteceu? Mano, o que... Mano, pera, Mano, o que aconteceu aqui? Mano, onde será... O que parou essa cabeça? Pera aí. Não consigo ver a costa do grandão.
Come to think of it,
Que ela tava
you
ali.
always pursued your
Ela
current
tava.
vocation in your service to the Arisen?
Not quite. I was a fighter for a time. 'Tis a balanced vocation, suited to offence and defence both.
Nossa, tem baú aqui.
One never
Não
can
sei
have
onde
too
que
many
parou essa
of these.
cabeça, velho.
What say we pelt one at the next foe we encounter?
Ali, ó. Mas como que eu vou ali?
You'll not live to regret this!
Well-aimed strike, right where it hurts. Strike with the power of lightning!
Não tinha como ir pra lá. Pô, mas que foi essa cena? Vá com ele aqui. Se eles estiverem aqui ainda. Eles estão aqui ainda.
This was your doing, was it not? I'll not pretend to understand, but you have my gratitude. It was enough to give me hope of snatching this world from the jaws of ruin.
Truly, the strength of the mortal will ne'er ceases to amaze.
You seem distracted. Is aught amiss?
Perhaps you believe destruction to be my goal. That I seek to bring an end to this ill-begotten world. However, naught could be further from the truth. In this world, I exist only to observe, to read all that unfolds.
Arisen? Could it be that the world forged addresses you even now?
Well, well. 'Twould seem that this man is aware of my presence, if only in part.
I confess I know not what you are, nor do I care. Be you a transcendent being of a piece with the divine, or only an observer keeping watch on us from afar. Know this. You have no right to deem this world a mistake.
He bears a will strong and true. Had he but chosen a different path, he would have made a fine Arisen. Yet, there is no sense lamenting what might have been, for that title has lost all meaning. After all, what need is there for Arisen in a world coming apart?
You underestimate mortal kind at your peril. Mark my words. The day will come when I divine the truth of this world. And on that day, I shall free it from its yoke, from the burden of this loathsome dogma of dragons.
Ah, a ballista. These have quite a long range.
Eu sei que tem uma balista ali, querida.
This during battle.
Eu sei que tem uma balista
Have you
ali,
taken leave
porra.
of your senses, Arisen?
Vai estragar o clima, porra. Foi
Did
mal.
my words reach them, I wonder? No matter. I will not be swayed in my course. Continue your fight, Arisen, as I will mine. Let it never be said that I wanted to the last. I shall see my will done.
Ok, cara.
I'll
Se
tell her
você
that.
dá mais
You
um...
needn't trouble yourself.
Você fala mais uma balbúrdia dessa, eu vou te matar. Só digo isso. Bom, vambora. Fala com os líderes. Vamos lá. Vamos aqui.
We've arrived well enough. Where to next?
Talos, the stone giant, repelled our foe. Even now, the idea seems fanciful, beyond belief.
Show the black agent. You've pushed your luck too far.
I'll not take that from you.
Pray calm yourselves, good people. I will have none of this squabbling.
So, Manella, you don't understand. This scoundrel's the one who started it.
No, you don't understand. This is no time for the people of Batal to be quarreling amongst them. We shan't weather this calamity unless we can recall our common purpose and unite our efforts toward...
Bom, o que aconteceu aqui?
Ah, Sir Arisen. You are returned, I see.
Por que tem bêbado ali?
With the world in such disarray, I could not stand to be away from my homeland. Thus did I return, to render what aid I may. I maintain order as best I can, but for every fire I extinguish, it seems 3 more are incited behind my back. But enough of my woes. What brings you here?
Você.
You wish us to evacuate? Mayhap the idea merits some thought. After all, if we sit on our haunches, 'tis likely only a matter of time before we share the fate of Mel. Alas, the people of Batal are far from united in purpose at present. Should we proceed, unheeding of their divisions, I fear that our efforts would come undone ere long, with every soul at their wits' end. Conflict is like to spark at the slightest provocation. As such, before we take any measures, I would have you walk amongst the people, Sir Arisen. Behold their plight with your own eyes. And should you encounter any discord, pray do aught you can to resolve the people's quarrels and assuage their fears. Such efforts will doubtless allow the evacuation to proceed all the more smoothly. As for me, my work here is far from done. Let us part ways for now, and reconvene when you have accomplished all you can.
Flared tempers are understandable, given the circumstances. Let us aid in meat.
That's it. I've had enough. That's it. I've had it.
How dare you?
Haven't you had enough yet?
Vamos caçar. Quem que tá brigando aqui?
Looking for orders in particular.
I've had well enough of your nitpicking.
I reckon the world would be better off without you.
Oi, you! Don't go poking your nose in our business. This is between...
Aye, leave off or we'll make...
Hold fast to your convictions. Not like a curative to fill one with vim.
E aí?
Have you lost your bloody mind?
Reckon you could just cut us down in the street? What's the matter with you? Eh? Fine, fine. We'll set our squabble aside for today. So,
Virou mesmo. Você quer o quê, rapaz? Vou mesmo. Quem mais quer cair na porrada? Opa. Esqueci que ali não posso ir. Quem mais quer cair na porrada comigo?
You've pushed your luck too far.
Boy, get back here!
Fancy a look at my wares?
Não, eu já pensei que ia ter treta aqui dentro.
You're just riding on your father's coattails.
You slander my honor, sir. I demand a duel. This is no business of yours. Be gone!
Now, Narborough, let's not be too hasty. If we are to duel, we ought to have a witness. Otherwise, who's to say the victor fought with honor?
Aye, true enough. Without a witness, either of us could simply kill the other, then disavow the use of any underhandedness. Well, sir, what say you? Will you watch over us while I take this scoundrel to task? You have my gratitude, sir. Let us delay no further.
Have at you!
Vai, cai na porrada aí.
Stay back, lest you get caught in the fray.
You'll get what's coming
Have
to
you
you.
lost your wits? Keep your distance!
Keep back! I do not wish to injure you.
Steel yourself!
Bate nele. Bate nele.
How dare you interrupt a battle between honorable opponents?
Such humiliation shan't go unanswered.
That's it. I've had enough.
Look at us! Put in our place like a pair of whelps!
I ought to thank you for holding up a mirror to our foolishness. We've better things to do than squabble over.
Aye, consider your lesson well taught. Methinks I'd best reapply my...
Vira mesmo.
I was most surprised when you intervened in their duel. Did you aim to temper their
Não tem nada pra vocês aqui não.
Neither your equal.
Not bad, all things considered.
Acabou? Acabou, eu acho. Só foi duas briguinhas só.
Oi, I saw it first. Trust a flea-ridden hide.
Why must I share with a fangless one? This is no more your food than Batal is your land.
You there! You couldn't have come at a better time. Put this upstart in his place for me, won't you? Go on, lay into it. Is this some kind of joke? You're siding with that flea-ridden hide? You can bloody have it then, Nomos. I hope you choke on it.
Bom, meu, sai daqui, sai. Some daqui.
I owe you thanks, stranger. I never thought you'd take my side. This ought to be a lesson to me, I suppose. I've taken all humans for scoundrels, but you seem a decent sort, come to think of it. Mayhap I owe Glint an apology.
Your response has proven their prejudices faulty. I dare say those gentlemen will bury the hatchet anon.
Not a bad idea.
Você resolveu o conflito, ok. Como eu voltei.
Ah, Sir Arisen. In less pressing circumstances, I would take issue with your methods. The people of Batal are beginning to see that they must stand together if they are to survive this calamity. We shall see the fruits of your labors when the time comes to evacuate. At the very least, We need not expect too much of a prey. Return to Empress Nadinia and apprise her of your doings. I must remain here to ensure no further squabbles arise. Heavens only know how many lives you have saved this day. I hope you'll accept this humble reward for your efforts. In less pressing circumstances, I would have taken issue with your methods, Sir Arisen, but I cannot deny your efficacy. Pray, return to Her Majesty and apprise her of your...
Tá, eu não vou por aqui, eu vou por aqui.
Her Majesty has begun her supplications. None may see her ere they conclude.
Stay your hand, Vera. This one may pass. Come hither. We would speak with you. One of our ministers informs us that you have been espied in the city, resolving the people's troubles. You have our gratitude for your efforts, which have doubtless bettered the fate of this nation and its citizenry. Your journey continues, does it not? We wish you good fortune on your travels, wheresoe'er they may take you. Yet, ere we part ways, we would make another request of you. It regards Lord Phaesus. Though we have implored the man to join the evacuation, he has staunchly refused to leave this land behind. We thought that he might be more inclined to heed your words, as our own have fallen on deaf ears. Would you be willing to call on him in our stead? Of course, you are free to decline if our proposal is an unwelcome one.
Pray excuse the interruption, Your Majesty, but I fear time is upon us. I would see you prepared for the road ahead.
Indeed. Forgive us, but we must take our leave. Farewell.
Adeus, mano. Nice. Eles foram.
Kinship with you. I pray you, get to the heart of all this strangeness and bring it to a swift end.
Amor, calma aí.
Can the matter not wait?
Me desculpa. Não foi culpa minha. O elfo tava mais rapazando. A culpa do elfo. Amor.
I pray you, get.
Toma isso aqui, só pra precaução.
Glorious.
Consigo segurar você? Consigo, meu amor. Relaxa que eu vou matar o elfo. Relaxa, o elfo ele não vai estar vivo. Ele me fez passar vergonha na frente do dragão, na frente de todo mundo. Relaxa, amor. Nós dois vamos ficar juntos. Aquele elfo maldito. Ah, tá aqui.
Your Majesty. How glad I am to see you safe. Where have you been this past month? The end of the world? Are things truly so dire? Though, I am aware of the dragon attack on Melf. We received word that naught but a smoking ruin remains. 'Twas a tragedy, and I would not see it repeated. However, without a clear path, we in the Guard shall be hard-pressed to forestall the impending crisis. You would have me evacuate the city. Ever since the fall of Melf, the citizens of Vernworth have lived in fear that their homes are next to be assailed. If there is safe harbor to be found elsewhere, I believe we have naught to lose by seeking sanctuary. But I doubt I could convince the people of this city to abandon their homes, however terrified they may be. Methinks your Majesty would do better to ask this of the Regent King. After the false sovereign vanished and the world was altered, His Grace has been the one keeping order here in Vermont. If the people will heed anyone, 'tis him.
Tá, eu vou fazer o seguinte. Eu esqueci de fazer o teste. Eu vou salvar aqui, eu vou sair só pra ver o que vai acontecer. Como eu dormi na cama, eu quero ver o que vai acontecer. Carregar o último progresso salvo. Se eu parar aqui na frente no bar, ok. Se eu parar na minha casa, lascou. Ok. Tá, eu acho que eles mudaram isso, tá. Fazendo a atualização, eles mudaram isso. Ok, eu acho, eu acho melhor assim, velho.
After you, Arisen?
Tá, então eu consigo explorar o jogo, ok. Tá, eu dormi então à toa. Eu consigo salvar antes do negócio.
So you've come. I'm glad to see you. Captain Brandt has already apprised me of your proposal, a full-scale evacuation of the citizenry. Truth be told, I had reached the same conclusion. So long as we cower within these walls, we must live in fear of going the way of Melv. My ministers have approved the plans, and I have petitioned the encampment survivors and the Thieves' Guild for aid. The only remaining obstacle is my mother. She has set herself stubbornly against any such flight. I have tried to make her see reason, but of late she has taken to shutting herself in her chambers.
Ela distraiu, cara. Na verdade, ela traiu o reino todo, enganou o reino todo. Rano, fazendo falsariza. Tu que. Vai, toma.
However, I cannot bring myself to leave my own mother behind. If I cannot convince her, I mean to remain here and share in her fate.
Não, cara, tá idiota, moleque. Não dá tapa na tua cara.
Now, there are a few matters I must attend to before we can. We will require several ox carts to carry the sick and aged out of the city. Might I prevail upon you to petition the merchant at the ox cart station in the west of the city for their use? You may assure him that the royal treasury will foot any and all expenses.
Não quero nem saber disso aqui. Pô, sério que essa merda. Tá, eu vou falar com a rainha primeiro.
Queen Regent Disa hardly leaves her chambers, and all her meals come back scarcely touched. Between you and me, I fear for her health. Have you come to claim my life, Arisen? Well, far be it from me, but I shall go to the grave with a smile on my lips, for I have no regrets. All I did for my darling son.
Querendo me matar? Me jogando fazendo escravo? Criando a falsuriza, caralho. Tu tá maluco? Eu vou matar ela.
So do as you will. I have no intention of begging.
Eu posso matar ela.
Do with me as you will. I care not what befalls. I fear you loathe me, Arisen. But I suppose that is only... What are you doing? Unhand me at once! Guards! Help me!
Vai com teu filho, vai.
You
Fala com teu
have
filho.
brought Mother to me, I see. My thanks, friend. You have done me a great service.
Sven.
You may leave us. Now that we can speak without a door twixt us, I am confident that I can persuade her.
Peraí. Eu nunca usei esse item, é verdade, né? Eu vou entregar pro moleque.
This was in Mother's room. I did wonder where it had gotten off to. But why would she... Mother, I must beg your forgiveness. I believed that you desired to make me sovereign solely for your own benefit. Yet in truth, you sought to better the lot of our people.
Ah, but I would have benefited. And handsomely at that. Besides, I cannot deny that I was proud. I wished to see my own son on the throne.
Por isso que ela me
no
traiu.
other.
Even
Tá.
so, I cannot help but feel that all of this could have been avoided. Had I only been more attentive, if I had but better known your heart, I could have shared in your burdens. You would not have had to suffer alone, and perhaps together we could have walked a better path.
Oh, Sven.
Mother, I beg you, join the evacuation. You need not fall with this city. I would not see you take your crimes wholly on your own shoulders. That weight is as much mine to bear as 'tis yours.
My son, you truly would make a fine and goodly ruler. Your kindness will save many lives. Of that I have no doubt.
Ok.
Be gone with you, ruffian. These carts are mine. I paid good gold for them. And if you think I'll surrender a single one, you'd best... I require the use of all of them to transport my wealth to safety.
O quê?
Be gone with you, ruffian. These carts... And if you think I'll surrender... I require the use of all of them.
This might be worth a read. A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
Aonde tu tá, garota? Lê o quê? Querida, lê o quê, querida? Tá, eu vou ter que gravar por aí, né?
What are you doing? Put that away. No, spare me. I pray you. I fear for my life.
There's something odd about the passage of time
Ok,
here.
só filho.
Indeed. What we once held to be true is now changed.
Não vai embora.
Is there no way to return things to how they were before?
Cadê ele?
I must pull myself together.
At last! A moment to breathe.
Cadê ele?
Slim pickings of late.
Well, reckon he won't be coming back here in a hurry. As a matter of fact, I'd like to thank you for that. It didn't sit right, see? Having my wares claimed by some puffed-up minister trying to save his own skin. Anyhow, as long as I've got my gold, who takes the carts is no concern of mine. And if that craven comes crawling back, I'll tell him bandits took them.
Minister Allard has fled, and good riddance. I doubt there ever was
Ah,
a
tá.
craven
Eu roubei a
character
carrota
in
do cara.
Vermont.
Beleza. Eu ia pegar ele e levar pro rei, mas... Ok. A ameaça deu certo. Não, eu não queria ter parado em cima dele. Eu ia pegar ele, né? Ia pegar ele no colo e levar pro rei. Mas eu pulei sem querer em cima dele.
Ah, you've returned. How fares your procurement of those carts? You do? My thanks. That puts paid to the last of our preparations. I will inform the citizenry forthwith.
Deu quanto dinheiro? Obrigado, cara.
Lomentari. Lungtena peli telume. Ane martir, tindome ingarina fa alme al carwa?
Vou ter que falar com o cara, né? Putz, onde que será que ele vai estar?
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but oft I find myself wondering
Era
how I
com a
fared as a fighter.
princesa. O príncipe ou a princesa, um
Now
dos
that
dois.
I'm a warrior, naught shall stand in our way again. My steel will topple every foe in our path.
Lisfa ondo sor.
Deixa eu ver aqui.
The sky glows red with fury. The... Please do not bring any... Kana el kemenhum.
Onde que ele vai estar?
I fear for the arbor. Yet would seem there is far more at stake here.
My friend, how glad I am to see. When word reached me of your uncanny disappearance, I admit I feared the worst. What has become of this world? Our people fear for the... We cannot be sure we will be safe here. Yet this place is all we know.
Ué, vou explicar pra ele.
You think we need to evacuate? I see. And you know of a place where we might find refuge? I should gladly follow you, but I fear my father will not be so easily persuaded. Nonetheless, we can but try. Come.
As arborist, Sir Taliesin is the leader.
Ah, você sabe que vai morrer, né?
People. Let us follow our guide, that we might speak
Que eu vou
with
te
him.
matar. Vou ter feito eu passar essa vergonha. Garfo do cara.
Findernar. Ne veo norwende lis kemen. Moriven lis erumar meldol metar.
Kasinke telpe nun findaler. Nun mor arda her. Karilm ilmen arkael. Silfa nambawe nun kalael alame. Angadur sindi.
Mornambwe roth enfane avasilmines vana. Erur ne kemen malantar ingadur. Fielis lintan morivin nun we ingarina?
Kemenindor kanyan irils aldekar. Eteler le affermor eldalia eralotte. Ondvana alvekil eteler ne anler ailame.
I am afraid my father has closed his heart so tightly that even my words cannot reach him. If only the arbor heart were restored to health, perhaps he might be persuaded.
Escravidão.
It's gone from bad to worse.
Que merda, sério que tem golem aqui?
I shall come at once, Arisen.
Um óleo vai quebrar. Ela matou. Ah, ficou petrificado. Não matou. Já falei, o Deus lutar com esse bicho.
Thank you. This place does not have long left, I fear. We ought to get to safety, though I have to wonder if anywhere is safe. I'd gladly accompany you, believe me. But the others here? Well, suffice to say, they won't be... Follow me. You'll see what I mean.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself. It's frightfully warm here. The result of volcanic activity, I expect.
'Tis a jail of sorts, this place. A compound where we set captured pawns to work. They were supposed to be digging up old ruins or some such. I confess, I don't know all of the ins and outs of the operation. Underlings like myself were given orders, and little else, you see.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Início do jogo.
Well, here you have it. They've been like this for a month. They refuse to leave. You might as well try talking to a wall. You have more luck. I know they don't die like we do, but it seems cruel to abandon them here, all the same. I never wanted to be here, you know, taking part in
ele é só o segurança.
The enslavement of pawns doesn't
Ele é
sit well
humano.
with me.
Ele tá preocupado com
I
os peões
suppose that's why I
escravos.
can't
Ok.
bring myself to leave them behind. Either that, or the current state of the world helps to put things in perspective. At any rate, I've tried everything I can think of to get them out, but naught's done any good.
The command came a month ago or more. We are to remain here, and so we remain.
I implore you, Arisen. Take me with you.
Eu tô vendo.
So they're staying here because they were ordered to remain. And they told you that, did they? Strange. I couldn't get a word out of them. I wonder why they saw fit to speak with you. But never mind that. More importantly, you've given me an inkling of the problem at hand. 'Twas the Overseer's doing, methinks. When the world changed, that craven up and ran for his life. But on his way out, he used that artifact they call the God's Way to command the pawns to protect him. I expect that order of his is what the pawns were referring to. But why would they continue to obey when the man is long gone? Unless... Listen, friend. I've a thought. What say you have a look around and see what you can turn up? If the Overseer's command is indeed still in effect, it could be that he is lurking somewhere not far from here. Use that key to have a look around. Best keep your eyes peeled for the Overseer as well.
It appears to be locked, and we've no key.
Estamos acabando sobre Bitcoin.
By all means, do as you please. But I shall bear no responsibility for the outcome.
Onde que ele quer acabar dele? Não mostra o mapa. Que legal. Não mostra o mapa. Putz. Dá. Não, não tá aqui. Onde será que ele tá então? Ah, que não tem nada aqui.
Who's at your leisure, sir? Always a pleasure.
Qual é ela aqui?
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you? Trade slow to a standstill, I fear.
Okay.
Always a pleasure.
Talvez ela ficar aqui.
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
Tá tudo trancado. Opa! Oi, senhor. Tudo bom?
So, the pawns were being held here by the power of this god's sway. Now they ought be free to make good their escape.
Aptly said.
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Let me get that.
Vai. Putz, eu não sei o que. Pera aí, não é pra cá. Tá pra cá.
Come to think of it,
Rapaz, eu tô indo. Rapaz, lá. Eu tô pesado? Tô.
We didn't trust this item of import to me, Master. Very well. I shall keep it safe till you have need of it.
Cara, eu não sei como que eu chego ali de novo. Tá, sobe aqui. Cara, como é que eu odeio ficar cansado, mano.
It shan't open without the key.
we must needs find the...
So, there was naught left of... I'll wager he thought to take the pawns with him to the grave. He always was a spiteful old goat. At any rate, I'm well grateful for your aid, friend. I only hope they'll heed my words as they have yours. But I'm not worried. I'll find a way to reach them in time, no doubt. My word! Isn't this the god's way? With this, I'll be able to guide the pawns to the refuge without delay. Now there's no chance of any of them being left behind. Seems I've no end of things to thank you for, my friend. I appreciate all you've done here. I'll get the pawns to safety, don't you worry.
With this, their evacuation is all but assured. God's ways are loathsome artifacts, but I suppose they have their uses.
A resounding success.
Tá. Ok. Eu falei, eu não sei. Eu tenho alguma. Vou ver meu baú. Vou ver meu inventário no meu baú. Faça convencer o cara. Calma aí. Sparkle de novo aqui.
It is generally used as a material.
É o que ele precisa.
Different
Só pra
combinations of
saber.
materials result in different creations.
Você pede pra eu não jogar você no penhasco, né?
Fionar elwe arfarne nenwen sur orne? Alcarwa fir nun eldaya menelume sur carilm.
Quê? Peraí. Quê? Como que eu vou... Peraí, quê?
Vanelin huror soron. Sorne an fameltor. Nullis amanda kill angadur fenor.
The elves have evacuated, leaving their ancestral home behind. But surely their survival is worth such
Peraí, mas o que eu fiz? Vou mudar a ideia dele.
Anendune falumtena? Nun falesmir anamorlis.
Me deu a caça agora. Caraca, mas... Não, cara. Eu vou matar você. Vem cá. Você vai morrer, viu, cara? Eu falei. Se eu completar a missão dele, tu morre.
I refuse to let this be the end of things.
I will not tolerate this.
Calma aí. Pensa que acabou? Lá, lá, lá. Lá, 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 lá. Gente, ele morreu em batalha. Ele morreu em batalha, gente. Não foi culpa minha. Pronto. Agora estou feliz.